My name is Rex Chan and I work for HCL. I'm the worldwide tech support person for ITX. Today we're going to talk about how to install ITX container in a Kubernetes environment. To start with, I would like to talk about the three ITX containers available for customers. The first one is the IBM certified container. It is to be used with OPENSHIFT only. It is installed with OPENSHIFT operator. You can find the container image in the OPENSHIFT catalog. It's used for REST clients to invoke ITX maps. The second one is the RedHat certified container, and there are two of them. The definition of a RedHat certified is we have scanned the container code using RedHat scan to make sure it meets all their requirements. They are both installed with HELM. Any Kubernetes that support HELM3 charts can be used. For example, AWS, Azure, or Google Cloud may have their own Kubernetes service. The first one is used for REST client to invoke ITX map. The second one is a replicate of the launcher in container format. It allows you to reuse all your existing launcher assets, such as maps and MSD files. In this presentation, we are talking about only the RedHat certified container that supports RestAPI call. It will be followed by others. The container installation module can be downloaded from IBM Fix Central. It contains a full install. This container can be installed in any Kubernetes that support M3 chart. However, in this presentation, we will use OPENSHIFT as an example. As a customer, you should check with your IT to see what is being used in your environment. As an IBM business partner, you can sign up for OPENSHIFT environment for 2 weeks at a time in IBM Tech Zone. Before you continue, I assume you have OPENSHIFT CLI, HELM, and Docker installed in your server. These are the tools to be used for installation regardless of the Kubernetes environment. I also assume you have some experience operating in Kubernetes. The current version is 10.0.1.3. Check with support for the latest version. Download your file into your Windows environment, unzip them to a new folder. There are 4 subfolders. The chart folder contains the HELM3 charts. The doc folder contains installation instruction in a Docker environment. The example folder contains the maps to perform installation verification. The image folder contains 2 content images, one for RestAPI and the other one for launcher. Other than the doc folder, you should copy the other ones to your Linux server. The first step is to verify that you have access to OPENSHIFT or other Kubernetes service is to create a project called ITX REST. Although you can call it anything you want, but in this example, we'll be using ITX REST as the project. After you have created the project, return to your Linux server. To create a container image from the compressed file, use the docker load command. To making sure the image has been created, use the docker images command. You should see a new image being created. All these instructions along with the following ones are in the rest of the presentation. They are documented in a text file. If you are not able to download it, send me an email. My email address is in the first line. You need to log into your Kubernetes environment. In this case, I'm using OPENSHIFT. If you don't know your login command, go to OpenShift console, locate your ID in the upper right hand corner, and choose the option Copy Login Command. After you logged in, you should see a response saying that you have logged in along with your OpenShift ID. Since we'll be updating the image in the OpenShift, let's switch to the OpenShift image registry project. A route allows you to access your OpenShift environment from outside. If you have a new cluster, it's possible that a route has not been created for the image registry. Create a new one with OC create command. Once it's created, use the OC get route command to find the route. This route will be used during the installation. Once you have the route, you can use Docker login to prepare for pushing the image into the registry. The login command requires the route shown in the previous line. You should see a message that says login succeeded. Before we can push the image to the registry, we need to tag the image. Replace the route with yours. For making sure that the image has been tagged, check it with a Docker images command. Now we can push the image to the registry. This process may take a few minutes to half an hour or more, depending on the speed of your internet upload. For example, if you're not working in the office, it might take much longer. You can observe the speed of the process in real time. Once it's done, you will see a digest name. Copy this name to your notes as it may be needed for troubleshooting later. The next step is to prepare the HELM chart to replace the values with some default parameters. Most likely, you will need some help from your Kubernetes administrator. Copy the charts folder and its content from the installation module you downloaded earlier. Extract them into your installation folder. You should see an ITX RS charts folder. Make a copy of the values .yaml for backup purpose. Use an editor to modify some values in the value.yaml. The first change will be the storage class names, as it will be specific in each environment. This information usually comes from your Kubernetes administrator. Make sure the class is read, write, many. This means that you can run the pod across clusters in high availability if needed. The second change may be the run as user value is environment specific. If you're not sure what the value is, leave it as default. If the wrong one is used, the pod will not come up and the log will tell you what is the correct value to use. We are ready to install the container. Let's switch to the project ITX REST. Make sure you are in the folder which contains the ITX REST charts. Issue the HELM install command. If the install is successful, you should see the status that says deployed. To make sure that the pod is up and running, go to OpenShift console. Make sure you're pointing to your project. Click workload and then pod. It should have a status of running. If not, you can zoom into the deployment and check on events and then YAML. You will see some error messages pertaining to the failure. The next few slides will show you some common errors and how to correct them. After you make the necessary adjustment, it's a good idea to do a HELM uninstall before installing a new one. The uninstall will clean up all the assets created by the install. the project will not be deleted. The first common error is the pool image cannot be located or the access has been denied. Check the digest value you copied earlier during the Docker push step. It should match with the one here. If it's correct, go to OPENSHIFT console and click on InStream under Builds. Check to see if the value is similar to the one here. It should have the project name ITX REST and ITX RS as part of the name. If it looks fine, continue to the next step. It's possible that you need permission to access the image. This is where the secret comes in. You may have to create a secret for the entitlement key. In your OPENSHIFT console, click Workloads, then Secret. Click Create Image Pool Secret. Key in the values as shown. You can choose a name other than IBM entitlement key. In your values.yaml file, add the secret to the image section. Save the file. Now uninstall the previous installation with the HELM uninstall, and then reinstall again using HELM install. Once a pod is running, verify the container is accessible from your server. To locate the route, go to Networking, and then Routes to find it. The route contains the IP address and the port number to the container. Create a curl command like this. Substitute the IP address with yours. If the operation is successful, you should see ITX service running, its version number, and the day is created. The next step is to see if you can run a map there. Locate the map in the folder you unzip from the installation module. Copy it to your Linux server. To start with, make sure we're in the right project. In order to copy the map to the container, one way is to use the OC command. The other is to use the API supplied by ITX, as you see in the second line using curl. In this case, we'll be using the first OC command. The first step is to locate the pod name and is needed in the OC copy command. Once a map is copied to your container, you can use a curl command to invoke the map. Make sure you substitute the IP address with yours. The map should go directly to persistent volume. That means the map will not be erased even when the container goes down. It also means that the map can be shared among many pods. This map translates the input value into all uppercase. You should see the response returning back right away. Now you know your ITX REST container is installed and running properly.